Welcome students. So in my previous lecture I have discussed about theories of evolution, especially Lamarckism. But now I am continuing with the same topic, but the theory is called Darwinism. Here it is the one of the efficient theory for the explanation of process of evolution. But this Darwinism, which is also called as theory of natural selection, so theory of natural selection, which is very important for your examination point of view also. So this theory means the Darwinism theory, which is first proposed by the English naturalist. He was most dominant figure among the biologists of the 18th century. He was named as Charles Darwin. He was born in 1809, and at the same he was died in 1882, and he was observed the various type of investigations, and finally his contributions can considered as a father of evolution, and generally he made an extensive study of nature for over 20 years, in especially at particular period in between 1831 to 1836, means here which is around 5 years he went on a journey with the help of a famous ship that name is HMS Beagle, and he was explored the South America, and there near to a great island is called Galapagos Islands, and their surrounding islands also. And his journey finally useful for the a collection of different observations, especially on animal distributions and the relationships between living and extinct animals. Actually, the Darwin explained his theory of evolution in a book. That book is entitled with on the origin of species by means of natural selection, and this book was published on especially 24th November in 1859. In this theory, Charles Darwin finally proposed the concept of natural selection as the main mechanism of evolution. So now I will discuss about some postulations of Darwinism. So generally these postulations of Darwinisms, which are mainly 7 types. Of these 7, the first one is called geometric increase, and the second one limited food and space, and the third one struggle for existence. Here it is very important. And the fourth one variations, nothing but changes. And the fifth one natural selection is also called survival of the fittest. And the sixth one inheritance of especially useful variations, and finally last seventh one speciation. So these are the various type of postulations. Okay, now we will discuss each and every postulations in clearly. So the first one, geometric increase. So according to Darwinism, the populations which are multiply geometrically, and the reproductive power of living organism means nothing but here simply you can call biotic potential. So this biotic potential, which is much more than the required number. So for example, we can take the one unicellular organism is called a paramecium. So generally the paramecium, which can divides the 3 times by the process of binary fission in during of 24 hours only, at the time of favorable conditions, means whenever the optimum temperature and optimum food and optimum climatic conditions are present, then it is ready for the dividing process, and it can produces the near about to 280 millions of clones for 1 month. At the same here, the mass means the paramecia mass, which is equals to 10,000 times than the size of earth. So this is produced enduring of at the span of within 5 years. And some other rapidly multiplying organisms are also present in the our nature. So like the first one is codfish. Here generally the cod which can produces the 1 millions of eggs per 1 year. And at the same time the second one oyster. Here this one also produces the large quantity near to 114 million of eggs for one time of spanning. And another individual, here it is the third one, marine animal, is called ascaris. So this marine animal, it which can also produces the 70 lakhs of eggs within the 24 hours. And another insect is called housefly, which can produces the 120 eggs within the one laying. And not only organisms, I means like especially animals, so and remaining organisms like plants, in especially primrose plant, which can also produces the 1 lakh 18,000 of seeds in within a single evening. And similarly the slow breeding organisms can also reproduce at a faster or higher than the required. So for example we can take the elephants. So generally the elephant becomes sexually mature at 30 years of age, but during its lifespan of 90 years, but they can produces only 6 number of offsprings. At this rate, if all elephants can survive, then a single pair of elephants can produces about nearly 19 millions of elephants enduring of 750 years. So these examples can confirm that every species can increase within a few generations and occupy all the available space on the earth, and provided all survive and repeat the process. Okay, now we will discuss the second postulation is called limited food and space. So generally in previous one, just the population multiply geometrically, but here the food increases only arithmetically. So means here generally the do not allow the a population to grow indefinitely, which are nearly stable in size except for seasonal fluctuations. So now we can observe generally the geometric and arithmetic. So means here geometric is nothing but you can take one calculation like a 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 means here the 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 overall 16. At the same time here arithmetically means here 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 means here 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. So means here geometric is nothing but the number of organisms increased at a faster rate, but the arithmetically means the food increases only in the limited, and this limited food which cannot allows the population to grow. So that's why here the stable in the size, and then it creates the competition, and this competition which can also create the every living organism desires to have an upper hand over others. The next third postulation is called struggle for existence. So means here due to the rapid multiplication of population but the limited food and space, there starts the everlasting competition between the individuals having a same type of requirements. So that's why it creates the more competition in between individuals, and every living organisms they are desires the to have an upper hand over others. And at the same here, this competition in between living organisms, which is mainly either a food or a space or a mate, and some of the basic needs and their extra, so means which creates the more competition in between the living organisms. But mainly these struggles which are divisible into three types. Of these three, the first one is called intra-specific struggle. So means generally which is seen in between the members of the same species, like two dogs which are struggling for their a piece of meat. And the second type is called interspecific competition, in which is well seen in between the members of different species, like the which is seen in between predator and prey. And at the same time, the third one, here it is the last type of competition, environmental or extra specific, means in between the living organisms, environmental factors. So means like either it is a heat, light, cold, flood, and etc. So these different type of environmental factors can involves the process of a competition. Out of these three forms of struggles, the especially the intraspecific struggle is the a very strongest type of struggle, as the needs of the individuals of a same species which are almost similar in type. And in this death and life struggle, the majority of individuals which can die before reaching the sexual maturity, and only a few members of can survive, and finally they are reaching the reproductive stage. So finally, struggle for existence acts as ever increasing population of each species. So now the fourth type of postulation is called variations. So generally the variations is the law of nature. Means according to this law of nature, there are changes according to the conditions to utilizes the natural resources, and finally they can survive successfully. And these variations which are mainly divisible into two types, like the first one is called continuous type of variation, and the second one is called discontinuous. So means here the continuous which can seen in very slowly, and which are caused by due to the process of recombination. But whereas discontinuous which are sudden changes, and these are caused by the due to the presence of mutations. So finally here this is the continuous related to slow caused by recombination, and sudden is done by the mutation, and these are the majorly two type of variations. Okay, now we will discuss about the fifth postulation is called natural selection. So generally this natural selection, which is also named as survival of the fittest. So means here this postulation that the nature select most fit one. In the other words, we can say the fittest is going to survive. Why would survive? Because the nature has selected. And why has the nature selected? Because it is the fittest one to survive in those changed conditions. So that means when the food becomes limited, it can struggle, and they can also survive. Variations also most suitable in that conditions. So means here finally the natural selection which can act as a restrictive force and not a creative force. So the next sixth postulation is called inheritance of useful variations. So means here the Darwin actually he was believed that the selected individuals they pass their useful continuous variations to their next generation. So means they are born fit to the changed environment. And finally the last seventh one is called speciation. So means here according to Darwinism the useful variations which are appear in every generation and they are inherited from one generation to another. So means here the useful variations go on accumulating and after a number of generations so these variations become so prominent and finally the individuals can turn to a new species. So now I will discuss some evidences in favor of Darwinism. So generally here the various type of evidences are there. Of this the first one main one is there is a close parallelism in between natural selection and as well as artificial selection. And the second one the remarkable cases of resemblance. So means here resemblance which is nothing but which is well seen in a mimicry and protective coloration. And the finally the last third one is called correlation. So here generally the correlation between position of nectaries in the flowers and length of proboscis of the pollinating insects. So now finally I want to discuss about some evidences which are criticize the process of Darwinism. So means evidences which are against to Darwinism. So because of the Darwin he was not able to explain some issues of these. Some first one issue related to the inheritance of small variations from the one generation to another generation and which is well seen in example like wings of a bird, and such organs will be of no use in incipient or underdeveloped stage. And at the same time the second one inheritance of vestigial organs, and the third issue the inheritance of over specialized organs. Means here the over specialized organs like seen in tusks in elephant. And the fourth one they means the Darwin he was not differentiate the between the somatic and germinal variations. And finally he did not explain the causes of variations and also mode of transmission of variation. And also the finally the Mendel laws of inheritance are also not applicable to the Darwinism. So finally these criticisms are evidences which are somewhat reject the Darwinism. Thank you.